Hi, my name is Prashant. I live in Suva. I love Mirchi FM because Mirchi FM, it's hot.
Mirchi FM, it's hot.
Yana Vanaka and Good Morning Fiji. In this bulletin, Fiji helps draft financing proposal. New fuel prices in effect. And rheumatic heart disease, a common cause of death.
From the studios of FBC Suva, Jackie Spate.
Prime Minister Vorengem Bainimarama joined the United Nations and global leaders in helping to shape a bold and comprehensive plan to fund a resilient global recovery post-COVID-19. Bainimarama spoke virtually at a leaders' event held at the margins of the UNGA 75 that enabled discussions on the need for concrete financing solutions to build back better. He says financing is the most critical element that the world needs to put right in order to advance the global goals. The Prime Minister also reminded leaders that financing needs of small island developing states was acute, given that they are responding to the twin crises of climate change and COVID-19.
COVID-19 is an unprecedented challenge for small developing states, but the pain is not unfamiliar. Like climate change, we bear the unjust burden of unequal impacts from a crisis we did not start and cannot solve alone. Whether the challenge is stopping viral transmission or cutting carbon emissions, unilateralism and inaction threaten us most of all. If either win out, we lose everything.
Correctional facilities in Fiji have changed drastically over the years. Speaking during the opening of 2 new facilities at the Lautoka Remand Centre yesterday, Attorney General Ayaside Qayyum stated at one point remand prisoners and convicted inmates were put in the same block. Felipe Naikaso has more.
The Attorney General highlighted the importance of supporting and upgrading the criminal justice system, which will also help inmates.
The basic principles, of course, of the criminal justice system, in particular when you get into the correction services, is to provide, of course, deterrence, is to provide confidence to the victims of crimes, is to provide confidence to society at large.
Said Qayyum also highlighted a decade ago the rate of recidivism was high as convicted criminals and remand prisoners stayed in the same cell block.
Today the rate of recidivism is below 10%. Which is a huge accomplishment, and therefore the initiatives such as the Yellow Ribbon program and various other works with the faith-based organizations, with the various community-based organizations must continue.
The remand center's refurbished mess hall and the new convict block were opened today.
Now we only have a young offenders correctional center which is based in Nasinu, and also for our elderly in Nasinu. So now with this new block, instead of sending them up to Nasinu, we can keep them down here in Lautoka.
The project that was completed in 18 weeks cost over $400,000. Felipe Naikaso, FBC News.
New fuel prices are now in effect. The price of motor spirit is up by 3 cents and will now cost $1.98 per litre. The price of premix also increases by 3 cents to $1.61 per litre. Kerosene prices remain at $1.05 per litre. The price of diesel drops by 1 cent from $1.64 to $1.63 per litre. A 4.5 kg cylinder of gas now costs $11.66, an increase of 25 cents. The price of 12 kg gas cylinder increases from $30.42 to $31.09, an increase of 67 cents. 13 kg gas cylinder has increased by 74 cents from $32.95 to $33.69. The price of bulk gas is up by 2 cents to $2.15. Auto gas now costs $1.44, up by 1 cent. Rheumatic heart disease is the second most common cause of death among 5 to 29-year-olds after drowning. This was highlighted by Dr. Sainimere Mbolondoandua, the project leader for the Rheumatic Heart Disease Prevention and Control Program in the country. Dr. Mbolondoandua says there are approximately 60 rheumatic heart disease-related deaths every year. While marking World Heart Day at CWM Hospital, Permanent Secretary for Health Dr. James Fong stressed on the need for investing in a healthier lifestyle at a very young age.
Rheumatic fever, apparently if we find it early, we treat it correctly during childhood, they can live a long life. We in obstetrics, one of the most difficult experiences to see one young mother just deliver a baby and not long after that die. Or in the course of pregnancy, deliver a baby unborn. Likewise, we have seen so many young Fijian men start their family, the family is still young, they die of a heart disease, generally a rheumatic heart disease.
The Ministry of Local Government will be undertaking major reforms in the legislation of its Town and Country Planning Department. Minister for Local Government Pramila Kumar says the changes will be beneficial for the applicants and will help them in lodging the application with the department. Kumar says they will also look at the general provisions which are not suited to the changes that have taken place over the years. She says the reforms will ensure that delays in approvals of development projects are a thing of the past.
Because some of the general provisions that we have in the legislation is quite outdated, and the last revision was made in 1999. So obviously things have changed from 1999 to 2020, and we have to change those general provisions so that it becomes more investor friendly and consumer friendly.
The Suva City Council has weighed in on the importance of a sustainable future as the country prepares to celebrate its 50th independence anniversary. The Fiji 50 tree planting program was launched at My Suva Park in Nasese yesterday, which aims to use the special occasion to address global warming. The SCC has the backing of business houses for this program. The Special Administrator's Chair says the tree planting initiative is a major part of the Fiji Day celebrations.
We have to plant more trees. We've seen the effect of all these bushfires and the burning globally in Amazon, in California. So out here in the Pacific, we've been fortunate that we don't have this type of devastation. However, that does not stop us from encouraging people to keep on planting trees.
The Agriculture Ministry continues to tap into new opportunities that will maximise bilateral trade and import substitution of agricultural products with the Indonesian market. Permanent Secretary Ritesh Das, during the second Fiji-Indonesia Business and Trade meeting last night, highlighted the discussions that have set a platform for Indonesian partners to establish commercial ventures on agriculture in the country. He adds this venture has been a lot easier recently after the government announced attractive incentive packages in this financial year to lure overseas investors and boost investor confidence, particularly in agriculture.
What are the opportunities here for coming and investing in agriculture sector in Fiji? At the same time, there's a very much growing demand for Fijian product out of Fiji, agricultural product. For us, it's about meeting the demand, the ability to meet the demand. So once again, our challenge is not finding the markets. Our challenge is actually meeting the demand that currently exists in the market, and that's what we're busily trying to achieve.
Up ahead, bar focus on IDC. At Naita Siri Centre aim for improved performance.
Hi, Bula. I'm Selai from Nandi. I love Gold FM, only the classic hits.
Gold FM, only the classic hits.
Bar goalkeeper Misiwani Nairumbe says there's always a chance for Bar and they should never be counted out. The experienced player says the side has analysed their matches during the league and worked on areas that need to be improved. Nairumbe believes the side's performance during the league will not be reflected during the tournament. The 24-year-old goalkeeper says he has also fully recovered from his knee injury and is hoping to get picked for the tournament.
I'm 100% sure that the team will go out there. We'll give our hearts out and we know we can do well in this IDC and we are preparing well for this tournament.
The Men in Black play their first match against Nandi next Tuesday at 4:30 p.m. Their second match is against Nauvoo on Wednesday at 1 p.m. and their final pool match is against Lambas on Thursday at 7 p.m. Former national volleyball rep Epeli Ratambavava has not regretted making the switch to rugby. The 30-year-old former Silver Grammar student who plays at centre for Naita Siri and Skipper Cup says it's been quite a journey. Ratambadada, who started playing rugby at the age of 9, says in 2011 his rugby career came to a standstill and he decided to switch to volleyball, where he represented Fiji at the 2019 Pacific Mini Games. He says he enjoys every rugby game he plays.
I stopped playing rugby in 2011 and then decided to switch to volleyball. I was chosen to be part of the extended squad and was able to be part of the Fiji team.
The Uptown Boxing Gym has reached a timely boost yesterday ahead of the season from the Jason Realty in the form of boxing equipment. Celebrating its 4th anniversary, Jason Realty has made it their goal to practice its social corporate responsibility by giving back to the sport. The donated gym equipment will be used by the Uptown Boxing Gym to draw in more youths to the sport and help build their knowledge of the sport. Jason Realty rental manager Kriti Kishore says this is not the end of the road for them and has assured they will continue to help the gym in any way they can.
Since this is our 4th anniversary, we decided to give something back to the community, especially to help out kids in getting some sort of exercise or gym equipment and stuff. There will be plans for the future donations like what we have given in today, and yeah, so this is basically what we are giving back to the community.
This year's Digicel Fiji Golf Open Tournament will be special. The event is returning to the Watuanga Golf Course after a number of years, and it will be celebrated together with Fiji's 50th year of independence. Aquila Dama reports.
This is where the first Fiji Golf Open was held in 1970. So why not have it at the same venue for its 50th anniversary?
This year it has got more significance to it, as Fiji is celebrating its 50th anniversary of independence. So is Golf Fiji celebrating its 50th anniversary of the Fiji Open.
With a month until the Fiji Open, Golf Fiji has more reasons to celebrate after Digicel Fiji confirmed as the naming rights sponsor today.
So as an organization, as a company, we are looking at all the different opportunities that we get to partner with the government and other associations or bodies that are looking at doing events to celebrate the 50th independence.
Digicel's assistance is timely, as it will help junior golfers to take part for free. The Fiji Open will be held at the Watuanga Golf Course from the 31st of October to the 2nd of November. Aquila Dama, FBC Sports.
Quick look at the weather map for today. It is Thursday, the 1st of October, brand new month ahead of us. But focusing on today, a trough of low pressure lies slow moving just to the west of Fiji, and associated cloud and rain is expected to continue to affect the group. Meanwhile, a moist easterly wind flow prevails over the country. Best to keep those umbrellas close by. And that's FBC News for this morning. Join us at 1 p.m. and 7 p.m. for our major bulletin. Remember, in times of crisis, you need factual news that you can trust. Get the facts from FBC's TV, radio and digital news at fbcnews.com.fj, keeping Fijians connected with the truth.
Nevan go merere telawa, go ngai tavua, ando talita kana vararonga na Radio Fiji 1 nando maiviti.
Radio Fiji 1 nando maiviti.